think just about everyone is here. So just some quick housekeeping. If you have any particular technical difficulties with audio or video, please do let us know. There is a chat function in the bottom. So just send the panelists a little quick note and we will happily assist you. We'll be doing a Q&A at the end of this presentation. So please do send us your questions in the Q&A function. We will be answering throughout the presentation as well as live at the end. But other than that, thank you very much for joining. This is the Illinois Tech Coursera webinar covering our Master of Data Science program. So without further ado, we'll get right into it. First of all, just to do a quick overview of what we're going to cover today, I'm going to introduce myself and our panelists. We'll do a quick overview of Illinois Tech as an institution, as well as an overview of the data science program. And then I'll pass it over to Coursera to talk about the Coursera side of things and how you all can register for this program. And then, as I said, at the end, we will be answering all of your questions. So now for introductions. First of all, my name is Paige Wolf. I am the Assistant Director of Graduate Admissions at the Graduate Admissions Office in Illinois Tech. I am the host of this webinar, and I am also the liaison between Coursera and Illinois Tech. And I will pass it over to Ida.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ida Rodriguez. I am an enrollment counselor with Coursera. I'm happy to assist everyone with questions about the program, hoping to determine if this would be the right fit overall. So we'll be chatting momentarily.
All right, fantastic. So just a quick overview of Illinois Tech. We are a top-tier nationally ranked private institution focusing on research, as well as our programs within business, engineering, computer science, architectural, natural and human sciences, and law. We have a big focus on technology and how technology is influencing day-to-day lives. We have many different types of degrees, including Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, Professional Masters, PhDs, as well as STEM. And these are all STEM degrees. Most of them are STEM degrees. A grand majority of them are STEM degrees, and all are very in demand and basically the hot topics nowadays for innovation. And the reason that students come to us is because we have we make use of practical learning, of experiential learning, and we give you access to real world opportunities through our connections to the business community. We have, our renowned academic programs and our partnerships, as well as the high value of our degrees and the outcomes of our graduates. And all of that we'll get into in future slides. So we are Chicago's only technology university, and we're very proud of that fact. We're located in downtown Chicago. We're looking at a picture of our main campus, which is an architectural landmark. Most of our main original buildings were designed by architecture pioneer Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, and he's made some really cool stuff, not within downtown Chicago as well. I apologize, my internet is a little bit unstable, so if I cut out, I'm very, very sorry.
Just going to say that.
We're located in Chicago's South Side in the historic Bronzeville neighborhood. Okay, I cut out a little bit, I see. Am I back?
It's on and off.
Nope, I guess not. Am I back?
You think turning off the camera may help your internet speed? Can you hear me, Paige? Can you hear me, Paige?
Yes, I am back. I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay. Sorry, everyone.
My apologies. technology is not perfect. That's why you come here and make things better.
Do you think if
Okay,
cameras
I will
off,
repeat
maybe
what I
help?
said before. Sure. I'll also turn off my camera. That'll help.
Right, yeah.
Oops. Okay. All right. So I'll go back just a little bit. So we are located in Chicago's South Side in the historic Bronzeville neighborhood. We're across from the White Sox Stadium. We're very, very close to the beach, and we're also close to Chicago's Chinatown. So we're kind of just in the middle of everything that's happening. We also have a downtown campus, which houses Chicago's Stewart School of Business, as well as the Chicago Kent College of Law, which is near the West Loop and Chicago's business district. So we have a lot of access to a lot of the emerging tech hub that is the West Loop. And then, as I said before, we're focused on active learning. So since our founding in 1890, we have made sure that our knowledge and our curriculums are very cutting edge that will help you get your running start into your career. All right. We have faculty that are award-winning, nationally and internationally recognized, and they're providing you an education that is rooted in creation and innovation. We don't just help you get past by sort of an average career. We want you to be a pioneer in your field. Okay. And as a result, many of our grads and our alumni have made significant contributions to technology. Our most famous graduate is Marty Cooper, who created the cell phone. And he attributes us and the faculty that he learned from and his advisor who gave him the advice that kind of sparked that inspiration that helped him create the cell phone. We also have folks who went on to design skyscrapers, or contributed to the Mars rover, to Amazon Alexa, so on and so forth. So our alumni just change the course of human history, and we absolutely want you all to be a part of that. We are also very highly ranked in the nation for our opportunity and value, and for the best return on your educational investment. You know, if you want to be investing in yourself to do a master's degree, you know, you have to make sure that the master you are getting will help you in the future. So, and just to prove that we do a very good job with our master's degrees, so the Brookings Institute has ranked us #1 in the Chicago region for occupational earnings power, and Forbes has ranked us in the top 25 STEM colleges in the nation. We're very, very excited to be very highly ranked. Okay. And also, as I said before, we are a research institution, and faculty, students, and staff do a lot of very bold research in areas such as technology, computation and data, energy and sustainability, deep science, health and wellness, social justice, urban futures, and so much more. If you want to look at what we're doing right now, I highly encourage you to take a look at the website. There's a QR code right there just to see what it is we're doing. We have 30 campus research centers here on campus, and you know, every single day we're conducting research and making discoveries that matter in everyday lives. Okay. And then, as I said, we also have very high graduate outcomes for our students, and this is proof of that. For the last 5 or 6 years, we have been keeping in touch with our graduates to see how well they're doing. And what we're looking at here is a compilation of data from our recent graduates and where they were 6 months after they graduated with us. And as you can see, about 75% of them were employed full-time or part-time, or were continuing education, as well as various other outcomes. So that's a very high success rate for our students. They're employed by our top employers, including startups, early stage companies, and Fortune 500 companies, the FANG companies. We have a lot of students that end up going to Facebook or Meta, whatever they're called now, Amazon, and so forth. And they also have extremely high competitive salaries just to start. And there's always room to grow and to continue upward. You can play with this tool. You can narrow it down to data science only if you wish. So please go to the QR code, take a look and see how well the data science students are doing. Okay, now we'll move on to the data science program. So for the Master of Data Science, the purpose of this program is to help you combine high-level statistics and computer science skills. And it also gives you the skills to be able to communicate your results to employers, to businesses, to the general public, whatever that needs to be. And we hope to make you a very well-rounded data scientist. You know, not only are you going to get those high-level skills, we're also going to give you the skills that will help you grow your career and continue to grow well after you graduate. All the experiences you will get will have very practical applications towards your job. It's not all going to be theory. There's going to be practical and all of that stuff. And then, you know, learning doesn't stop with us. We also hope to give you the tools to help you continue to learn and to continue to build on your skill set and just help you move farther and farther up throughout your career. Now we'll very quickly go over the general curriculum. So you'll start with courses that cover theory, such as applied statistics, statistical learning, and machine learning. And then we'll move on to working more with data. So with that practical application, you'll get to know advanced databases. You'll be able to prepare data with data preparation, and you'll also learn analytical skills with data analysis. And there's also electives involved, including computation and stats. And then we also provide you those professional skills, you know, the ones that will help you be able to communicate your data analysis to your employers. So we help you with communication, we help you with project management. And then also, this is very, very cool. We have a practicum that gives you that very real world experience. And the way that this is accomplished for the Coursera program is you'll be asked to complete one of the, say, like Google certificates or an IBM certificate and transfer that credit in to the data science program. And if you have any particular questions about this, I'm very, very happy to connect you with faculty to get additional information on the curriculum. All right, and that concludes the end of my presentation, and I will pass it over to Ida to talk about Coursera.
Thank you much, Paige. Once again, everyone, I'm Ada Rodriguez, Roman counselor with Coursera. Just want to briefly touch base and explain what Coursera support means in this process. If you can switch over to the next slide, please. Alrighty. So as an enrollment counselor, my role is to guide students through the enrollment journey, right? I provide accurate information about the program. We go over all of your questions. And I do this by having a conversation with each and every one of you. This is to aim our discovery process to determine if the program will be a great fit. And if it is, assist those students with the initial enrollment steps in order to be accepted into the program. Next one, please. Now, one of the initial steps required for this program will be to complete 3 specific courses, which we refer to as pathway courses, in order to be accepted into the program. Completing these courses essentially substitutes the traditional application process, which can sometimes be demanding and like time consuming. So all you have to do is pass all 3 of these courses with a minimum 3.0 GPA in order to be accepted into the program. and the credits that you earn from completing these courses will transfer over into the degree program. So you're working ahead as you're intending to be accepted into the program, which I think is very, very cool. Next slide, please. Now, how does this work? The first step is to simply complete a short registration form, which you do in the Illinois Tech registration form itself on their site. You'll select however many courses you wish to enroll during that time, and you make full payment for these courses that you're choosing. It's important to mention that the cost of the program is $455 per credit hour. And like I said, you'll be selecting however many credits you are looking to complete during that time, which it could just simply be one at a time if needed, or you can choose to do all three at that time. Once you have successfully completed these courses with that minimum 3.0 GPA, you will receive acceptance into the program, which will lead to an admissions itself. And at that point, you'll be asked to provide your bachelor's degree and move on into the registration for future courses related to the degree program itself. So it's very simple. I'm happy to explain and elaborate more with each and every one of you. I will be dropping in the chat my email address. If you want to send me a quick message with some questions, I'm happy to answer. And also I'll provide a link to my calendar so you can schedule an appointment for us to discuss. Thank you so much. And I think the Q&A session goes now.
Perfect. Thank you very much. We will now answer your questions, and I'm seeing a few of them, both in the chat and the Q&A function. Just for our simplicity's sake, if you could drop any questions for us about the slides or about the presentation into the Q&A function, that'll make things much easier for us. Let's see. So we have one student who said, I have a certificate from IBM will count and to the credit of this course. Go ahead and reach out directly to us. I will drop my email into the chat because I know we accept some IBM certificates. I don't know if we do all of them. So let's just double check on that before I give you a definite answer. Oh, thank you very, very much. Okay, is there any type of financial aid available? Unfortunately, not at this time. There is no financial aid available for our Coursera programs. Okay. Selena wants to know, will the webinar deck be provided later? I mean, we are recording this, this session, so you will be able to review the recording after today. Okay, Charlotte would like to know if there is any fee involved. So yes, when you do register for the program, depending on how many courses you register for your first semester, you'll be asked to pay the tuition for that upfront. It's not an additional fee. It is not an application fee. It is just the tuition. But very good question. Okay, how will assignments and examinations be conducted? They are asynchronous, so you have the flexibility to complete this on your own time. Okay, Summer says there are no pathway courses available for Spring B. I believe we are currently taking admissions for or taking registrations for Spring A right now, but I will check in with my colleagues to make sure that Spring B goes up too. But that'll be sometime in the future. March 18th?
Yes.
It opens March 18th? Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
No, that's the first day of class, March 18th.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Thank you very much. Okay. Will we be able to transfer credits if we have previously done Google or IBM course in data analytics? Yes, be sure to reach out to us so that we can initiate that process. What are the 3 courses for the application process? I don't have them off the top of my head. Ida, do you have the names of the pathway courses?
I do. So the pathway courses would be Computer Science 725, Introduction to Relational Databases, Math 764, which is Linear Regression, and then we have 4 in total. When you look at the website, it may be a little bit confusing, but Math 765, which is Model Diagnostics and Remedial Measures, and Computer Science 726, Relational Database Design. Those 2 are the only ones the student can pick and choose whichever they want to attend as a pathway to receive acceptance into the program. It's important to note that once all 3 of these courses are finished, whichever course you did not select, that 4th course that you see on the list, will still be completed later on in the program as part of your curriculum. So you essentially will do all 4 of these courses, but you need only 3 to complete the admissions process.
Our course is graded. Are all classes graded on quizzes? Can we retake quizzes like in the MOC classes, or do we only get one chance? You get a second retake. It's not just one chance. What is the past performance-based admission pass rate? What a fabulous question. Do we have that data?
I don't have it available on my end.
Okay, but that's a great question. This is a very, very new program. We launched in June, but this is a great question, and we can absolutely take a look and get that information. Will the interactions be pre-recorded or live with the professors? You will get pre-recorded lectures, but you do have access to your advisor, who can provide you with any support that you need. Is there a minimum number of credits needed to enroll in per semester? Not necessarily. We do generally recommend that you try to complete at least 1 class per semester, but if you need to take a break, you're absolutely allowed to do that.
I will also add to be mindful of time commitment. My understanding is that each course dedicates or demands, I should say, between 6 to 9 hours on a weekly basis.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And there is a time limit on how long you're allowed to take to complete the master's program, which is 6 years. And that's a very, very long time. But just so you know that that's there.
Yeah.
Are there any benefits to studying through Illinois Tech on Coursera, like office hours, student Slack group, tutoring, career advice, etc.? So Coursera gives you the flexibility that you need to, 1, take the program at an advanced pace, and also, continue your lives on your own pace. Yes, you do have access to office hours. I believe there is a Slack group. And yes, you do have access to all of the facilities that our traditional students have, including the Career Services Office, which offers mock interviews, resume building, anything that you need in that area. Also, career fairs. You'll have a student advisor that can provide you assistance and advice throughout the program, and so on and so forth. So yes, many, many benefits. Does the course also offer AI skills and LP? Not. So there's machine learning and deep learning, which I understand is involved in AI, but it's not. And there's a lot of skills that are applicable to AI, but it's not exactly an AI program, if that makes sense. But that's a very, very good question. If you have any particular interest in AI, definitely do reach out to us, and I can get you connected to faculty and see what other opportunities there are to develop those skills. What is the difference between this and the Master of Science offered on campus or as hybrid? What will be on the diploma? So the diploma is the same as if you were to get the traditional, do the traditional program. I mean, for differences, there's a difference in time. There's a difference in the course offerings. There are a few more electives and core courses available on the traditional program, but it's not as flexible. Semesters are longer. The overall time to complete the program is longer for the traditional program. So it just kind of depends on what works best with you and your learning style. I was wondering if I can get some clarity on the purpose of the Illinois Tech application. If classes are a way to get admissions, then how does the application work? Are you talking about the registration form? So for registration, that tells you which classes you want to take. And so your performance in those pathway courses is what determines if you're eligible to continue the degree program. So there's no like transcripts you have to submit to be admitted. So your qualification and your eligibility for the program depends on your performance in the pathway courses. I hope that clarifies that for you.
That's what the student means. It's a little confusing.
Yeah. Someone wrote, I have 3 questions, and then didn't actually submit the questions. I hope we get those later. How much does the master's program cost? Overall, $15,000 in total.
Which has 33 credits for the program.
Yes.
And Paige, just so that you are aware, I have a few questions in the regular chat for some reason. So I'll momentarily, just want to make sure everybody knows. We'll get there.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, any deadline for doing these 3 courses? So if you register for them, you have 8 weeks to complete all materials, depending on which session you registered for. So yes, but if you're talking about like, do you need, once you start the pathway courses, is there any particular deadline? Not really. You just need to finish them in the sessions you register for.
To provide an example to that, just to further clarify, let's say, for example, you choose to do only one of the pathway courses during the January session and you continue that same pace. It may take 24 weeks before you're finished with all 3 courses to then receive acceptance into the program, versus taking all 3 courses during the January session, then it only took you 8 weeks to get there. So it really depends on your own personal schedule.
Yeah. Bachelor's degree is from an Indian college, and I'm already learning the specialization which is mentioned. Will it count? If you're talking about transfer credit, that's something that is in discussion and is in development right now. But as of this time, I do not know about any transfer credit that isn't all just already from those like certificates that we mentioned. I have bachelor's in environmental science. Can I be enrolled? Yes, absolutely. You are not limited to your background for admission. If you are capable of completing the courses, if you are capable of completing the coursework, regardless of your background, absolutely. We do not have any GPA limits. We do not have any background limitations. You can join. Is 3 GPA compulsory required for registration? So no, if your bachelor's degree overall GPA is below a 3, that's not going to be a problem. We just ask that your courses that you take with Illinois Tech within the Coursera program is you do maintain that 3.0 GPA. So I hope that makes
correct. Not just the
clarification. Yeah, not just pathway, but every course beyond that. Are there any payment plan options? So nothing formal, but this is a pay-as-you-go program. So for each course that you take, and you can take one at a time, then you only have to pay for those particular courses. So it's not like you have to pay all 15,000 up front. You can just pay per course.
And to add to that, one more time, the cost of the program is per credit hour, which is $455 for each credit hour.
Yes, yes. Pathway courses are 1 credit each. All further courses tend to be 3 credits each. So I hope that helps you figure out your budget. We had another question about bachelor's degree in a different background. So yes, I will just remind everybody, for your bachelor's background, we do not have any particular limitations or restrictions to that. You know, just the bachelor's degree is sufficient. And there's another one. Yeah. It's because, you know, our traditional program does have those limitations. But
I see.
Yeah, unfortunately. Differences between Coursera program and the on-campus program. So I'd already talked about that, but I can expound on that a little bit further. So apart from like the traditional, you know, being there in person, attending lectures in person, you know, our the traditional data science program is actually a little bit difficult to get into in my personal experience. They require a lot of different prerequisites in math and computing. So if you do already have that experience, I personally feel, and that experience is outside of the classroom, I think that going through Coursera is the better option.
Mm-hmm.
When will the program start and end, and what is the schedule? So that's entirely up to you. The next intake is Spring A, which starts January 8th, and we are taking registrations for that now. And you can complete this program in 12 months if you take more than 1 course at a time, or you can complete it in a few years if you take fewer courses at a time. Each session is 8 weeks long. And you are allowed to work at that at your own pace. Description of pathway courses on Coursera Plus mentions this course is part of the following degree programs offered by Illinois Tech. If you are admitted and enrolled, your coursework can count towards the degree and your progress can transfer with you. So my understanding of this, if for Coursera Plus, you do still need to register and pay for the courses, you know, formally through the registration form. And then there's I believe an additional exam, sort of a proficiency exam you have to take. So then once all of that is completed, that course credit counts and transfers in, and then moves you forward with that progress. I hope that makes sense.
But in order for that to happen, you must register with Illinois Tech for the course that you started on Coursera Plus for all of that to transfer over.
Yeah. Will there be more information about data science in the website? Yes, there's a couple of websites, couple of web pages. If I could have someone, yes, please, thank you. Please and thank you. So we'll drop that in the chat. Another bachelor's degree question. I'm glad y'all are very curious, but yes, if you got the bachelor's or a bachelor's equivalent, you're good. You can go ahead and register for the pathway courses. Currently doing master's in data science. Can I register for this course? are you, and this is an anonymous attendee, are you saying that you're currently in Illinois Tech doing the traditional master's? Because if that's the case, I'm afraid not. We're not able to transfer you from on campus to Coursera and vice versa. Don't ask me why. That's just what it's a very messy technical thing, is what my understanding. So if you're currently doing the Illinois Tech Data Science program, please do continue and finish that program. If you're doing a master's program in another school, then yeah, I absolutely don't see why not. You can do the Coursera master's.
Mhm.
If I have the pathway courses completed and I register for this, will I have to pay for those courses to count towards the master's degree? Yes, you do.
Probably. Tristan, if you're referring to those courses on Coursera we previously mentioned, then yes. If you've completed any of these courses on Coursera Plus, for example, you do have to make payment for those courses on Illinois Tech's registration portal to count as credit for the degree.
Exactly. I'm from Poland. Can I participate in this master's degree program? Yes, absolutely. You are not limited by location or country. If you're able to take it and you have a good internet connection, you can take this program. If I take Google Data Analytics certificate, does it decrease total tuition fee of master's program? What a good question. I'm not sure about that. Here, let me give you my email. Let's follow up while I investigate that question. That's a very, very good question. Does this course include preparation of thesis? No, it does not. This is a non-thesis course, and even our traditional program is non-thesis. Will there be tutoring or help available for students taking the course? Yes, absolutely. I do encourage you to reach out if you need any assistance. Do you need to purchase the listed courses separately on Coursera for the capstone experience credits, or is the fee for the capstone already included in the tuition of capstone credit? Very good question. I'm going to give you my email as well. Please do reach out to me. I will follow up just to double check that. If I don't have a STEM background, which courses are recommended to catch up on the requirements of the pathway courses? Very, very good question. If you want to break into data science and you don't have the experience, this is what I recommend. And I will actually type this out for you because it will be a lot. I recommend object-oriented programming. That will be either Java or C++ or Python. I recommend data structures and algorithms. I recommend you have calculus, linear algebra, and statistics. So start with that. It is a lot of math and it is a lot of computer science, but if you don't already have this in this kind of a background, I do kind of anticipate you'd struggle a little bit. So start there and let us know if we can be of any further assistance in that regard. Will this degree be equally accredited like the on-campus degree? Yes, it is. Will it be possibly will possibly be checked by employers anytime to check its official legitimacy? So yes, this is the exact same program as our on-campus Master of Data Science program, and it is an accredited program. And yes, your employers will be able to check its legitimacy at any time. How does it work if you're not able to get the 3.0 GPA? Can we redo it? Same question for courses within the degree. So yes, you are allowed one retake of any courses where you earn a B or anything lower than a B. So, and I do recommend that you be in close contact with your advisor for any assistance.
Very important to point out, if there are any retakes on these courses, full payment for that course will be due once again.
Yes. Yes. Can we visit the campus during the program? Yes, absolutely. Come see us. We allow to enjoy the facilities which are provided to on-campus students. Yes, absolutely. You will be able to get a student ID. So yes, absolutely. Come see us and come visit our facilities. We're happy to have you. We're located on the Sox 35th stop on the Red Line, just across from the Sox Stadium. Will undergrad courses count for the application process?
I don't believe the program accepts any transfer credits, if that's what they're referring to.
No. Yeah, I'm just a little confused by this question. So for the registration, you do not need transcripts, you do not need any sort of recommendation letters, application materials, anything like that. You just register, you take the courses, and if you pass and decide to move on to the degree program, then you'll be required to provide your bachelor's transcript at that time. And you're allowed to do that between admission to graduation. Total cost of the master's program, that would be $15,000. Do we have to pay additional when we enroll in the program? No, there is no additional fee for enrollment or the registration. Any payments you make is direct tuition. There's no application fee or like registration fee or anything like that. Italian bachelor's or master's degrees accepted? Yes, they are. Are there any limitations on when the degree was obtained? Absolutely not. If you have a bachelor's between now and, 1950, we'll take it. We've had that before.
It never dies, right?
Absolutely. Learning never stops. Is 3.0 GPA compulsory required for registration? No. If you have a lower GPA from your bachelor's degree, we understand we were all kind of immature when we first started undergrad. So, you're still allowed to apply or to register, I should say. Mm-hmm. The traditional vocabulary does not die with me. Okay. On top of classes prepared through Coursera, will there be office hours, ways to get extra help? Yes, absolutely. You can reach out for office hours you can contact your professors at any time. You have an academic advisor. We're all here to help you. How many credit hours required for master's? 33. And the total is 15,000. Mm-hmm. The total cost is 15,000. How many semesters per year? For Coursera, 5 semesters. We have 5 sessions: spring A, spring B, summer, fall A, and fall B.
I believe we added a second session for the summer this year.
You did?
I'm saying, yeah. I believe we have May and June will be the summer terms for 2024. So
nice.
That's a total of 6 sessions altogether.
There are 6 sessions. Now we have summer A and summer B.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Does the degree completion require any thesis? No, there is no thesis. Some repeat questions, but that's fine. Can I apply for a PhD in data science after graduating with this master's degree? Yes, absolutely. Any maximum number of credits you can enroll per semester / quarter? There is no maximum, but as Ida had mentioned, we do recommend that you you set aside 6 hours per week, you said?
Between 6 to 9 hours on a weekly basis for each course. And of course that varies. Everyone learns at a different pace. So that's just like an estimation / recommendation in order for students to be able to be on track to complete the course within the 8-week period that they're signed up for, and not full on coursework. Yeah.
So with that in mind, and you know your schedule better than anyone, you can enroll in as many as you want, but just be mindful of that time commitment. Will there be teamwork like classes or assignments involving teams of students? I don't believe so. I believe this is all independent work. How long does it normally take to finish the program? So that depends on how many courses you take per session. You can complete it in as few as 12 months. It could take 2 years. It could take longer than that. That's entirely how many courses you take. Another question about difference between on campus and in Coursera. How can the qualification be used to further education and further doctorate? Yes, absolutely. Both traditional and Coursera can help you move on to a doctorate. Is this qualification equivalent to what you get when you do same course on campus? No, this is different. Just to kind of illustrate what we review when we do traditional on-campus data science, we usually have that, we have to have that 3.0 limitation, or that minimum. Anyone below is usually denied, unfortunately. And we also need to make sure that you have a certain number of computer science credits already completed and math as well. So for anyone who doesn't have any background, they're usually not admissible, and we put them in a different program instead. You have to have a B or higher in those credits. So if you took it and you got a C, you probably have to retake it here. And if you have only a few, like 1 or 2, that's usually not, you'd be spending a lot of time getting prerequisites, doing prerequisites here. And so we find that's not really supportable for those students. Yeah, so that's a little bit of a tangent. We're talking about Coursera. So it's kind of difficult to get into the traditional program, and which is why I'm so excited that we made the program available through Coursera. Because everybody does come from different walks of life. You may have learned your math and your programming through work or through other means that are outside the traditional classroom, and we want to open that experience to everybody.
Absolutely.
How much interaction will we have with IIT professors to ask questions or get additional information? So you'll be able to contact your professors at any time. Their contact information should be readily available, and you do have an academic advisor. So interaction is just limited to how you reach out. Mm-hmm. Can you talk more about the capstone part of this degree? I'm a little bit limited on my information about the capstone, so let me drop you my email. And I will get you connected with faculty for any of those in-depth questions. A lot of good questions. We have 10 minutes left, and I doubt I'll be able to get everybody. So just once again, I had dropped my email in the chat, so please do grab that, email me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Can we get the physical ID card before coming to the campus? Yes, absolutely. You're able to submit your photo online. We create the ID card and we will send it to you. How long does it take to complete the degree? Between 12 months to 24 months, depending on how many courses you do. I cannot talk today. Which courses are recommended to catch up on requirements for the pathway courses? I will type that to you. because I know it's a lot. Object-oriented programming, data structures, calculus, linear algebra, statistics. Can we take the pathway courses on Coursera without registering through Illinois Tech, then apply them to the degree and pay afterwards? Yes, you are allowed to do that. If you just wanted to test it out, you are absolutely allowed to do that. You just need to make sure that you do that within 6 weeks of the session.
Correct. That process could be slightly confusing. So if you do have questions and wish to discuss further, feel free to reach out to me via email or schedule a time and we can go over this process together.
Yeah, absolutely. Can we apply for scholarships? So just to be very, very specific and very clear, there are no scholarships that would be available through Illinois Tech. But if you have an employer, if you have a third-party sponsor, absolutely make use of that, apply that towards your tuition. I'm from Peru. Can I register for the program? Yes, you may. How much cost inscription? The total cost of the program is $15,000. Yeah, we're getting a lot of repeats. I want to try to see if I can find some unique questions.
I was able to answer most of the questions on the chat.
Awesome. So, thank you very much.
Let's see here.
Currently filling out the Illinois Tech application for the Masters of Data Science program through the Illinois Tech website. I'm looking to complete this program online. So do I need to be accepted before I start enrolling in classes? Just to make sure that we're distinguishing the traditional application from the Coursera registration form. So if you are trying to apply to or trying to register for the Coursera program, you'll register for those 3 pathway courses first. You'll complete those and hopefully obtain a 3.0 or higher in all courses, and then you'll be accepted into the full degree program.
So you're not technically applying to the program, you're registering yourself to get started with some of those courses.
Exactly.
That next question correlates to the same answer we just provided.
Haven't touched math in years. Will I be able to succeed in these math courses? I mean, yeah, it's when it comes to any skills, it's use it or lose it. So for any of you who haven't really done much math recently, and especially advanced math, calculus, linear algebra, statistics, probability, all of that, I do recommend that you take a little time to brush up on those skills first and then coming over.
Paige, I just responded in writing to the anonymous question we just answered. For everyone who wished to initiate the registration process, The easiest way to find the links is to go into the Coursera site directly for the program's information and click the blue button on the right-hand side that says Enroll Now. When you click that button, you will be transferred over to the Illinois Tech registration portal where you can initiate the steps described to choose your courses. I'll drop that in the chat as well.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good question. Will we get an .edu email address in this program? Yes, you will. When you register, you will get an email with your Hawkmail, which is your student email, and you'll be able to use it. In fact, I do recommend you use it whenever you contact anyone within the university, including faculty. And do you get access to library services? Yes, you do. Oh, someone is asking, is payment entirely to Illinois Tech, or is there a separate fee for Coursera Plus? So Coursera Plus is entirely Coursera. Any payments that goes towards the data science program goes to Illinois Tech.
That's correct. Completely separate from one another.
So a few of you are asking about your individual qualifications around bachelor's degrees. You know, for one thing, just to maintain your privacy, and also because I need to be able to see your entire experience before I can really give a definitive answer, it's really better that you reach out directly to us so that we can, learn everything about you and determine, eligibility from there. So if you have anything that's not a bachelor's degree, there are alternative admissions options available. So please do reach out to us so we can discuss that and review that. Would this online master's be treated the same as an in-person master's by employers? So generally, yes. I know that there are some places where, like, regardless of how rigorous the program is, how the accreditations it has, there are some places that just dismiss online masters automatically. And, we want to be conscientious of that as well. So if you have any particular concerns about this and how it relates to where you are from, please do reach out directly to us and we can provide you any individualized advice in that case.
This is exciting, guys. I see a few appointments already scheduled in my calendar.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. All right, so it's already at time. Okay, I'm so sorry. There's so many questions here, and I want to be able to reach out to all of you, but unfortunately we are out of time. So I'll drop my email into the chat one more time. Please do reach out to me so I can answer your questions. And for those of you who I asked to reach out to me, I look forward to seeing your emails. But thank you very, very much again. We hope to see you very, very soon. And yes, thank you for joining.
Thank you,
Have a
everyone.
great day.
Great day. Bye.